like to welcome everyone to Willis ISD's District Dynamic Show for February 3rd, 2014. I'm your host, Superintendent Tim Harkrider. Education is exciting, and we've got a lot of great things happening in Willis ISD. Our purpose is very simple, student achievement, and our goal is to work together as a team to support the students and the school district. And our staff so far this year have truly pulled together as a team to ensure that each of our students reaches their highest potential. In our January board meeting, we had our first MVP award to recognize the outstanding work of our staff, and we're going to do this on a monthly basis. And our first recipient was Metter Elementary's Paulette Traylor, who has been described as a do-it person who takes the initiative to accomplish many of the things that make her school special. Not only does she focus on her special needs, she mentors young teachers as well. I was very pleased to give this first award to Paulette. I had the opportunity to visit with her on a one-on-one basis a few weeks after I took over as superintendent. And, you know, she's just a classy lady who truly cares about Willis and the kids and the community and just really goes above and beyond to do anything she can to help us be successful. And I think she's the perfect person for the first award, and we're looking forward to our future recipients here because we feel like we have a lot of MVPs in Willis ISD. Our trustees during the January board meeting also approved the Cat Tech 2014 plan, which will enhance the network infrastructure as well as provide 400 Nexus tablets for classroom use on our elementary campuses and approximately 650 mini laptops with charging carts for 20 classrooms on the secretary level. And I really feel like this is investment for the future of our children. I've got a 6th grade son who can work his smartphone better than I can, and I've got a 4-year-old daughter who has learned more playing games and working her iPad than I ever could have imagined. And I'm very excited about what technology and effect that it's had on my family, and very excited about bringing this opportunity to all the kids of our school district. As we're keeping the focus on student achievement, we're very excited to report that the Willis High School UIL team won 3rd overall at the Wildcat Invitational, held at the high school January 18th. The annual meet drew 14 schools and over 350 students competing in events, including writing, speaking, and other varied academic contests. Our team will also compete February 22nd in New Caney, and the district competition will also be hosted at Willis High School on March the 29th. Miss Emily Meechin is our sponsor for our UIL team. Emily's outstanding. Her and I are from the same hometown in Carthage, Texas, and figured that out when I took over at Willis High School last year. And Emily is just a go-getter. The event last year was extremely well ran when I attended, and this year the district personnel, she has personnel that comes from the entire district, including parents that come out and support. And I've heard nothing but positive feedback from other school districts that they look forward to coming to our UIL contest, and there's no doubt it's just from the team effort from Emily and the rest of our personnel, so we're excited about that. Also, we had 4 Willis DECA students qualified to advance to the state competition at the recent district meet at the Woodlands College Park High School. And now let's talk about weather. As we were freezing on our way over here today, people usually talk about weather when they have nothing else to say. Well, when school districts talk about weather, it's usually not a good thing. Closing school is a complex issue that really disrupts everyone's schedule, obviously parents, but also my staff members, our kids, but really the safety of our staff and students must be our highest priority. We have a tiered busing system that really makes a late arrival schedule for the entire district virtually impossible. And many people do not understand this process, and our plan is to bring a report to our next Board of Trustees meeting in February where we can discuss what goes into closing a school. So we do understand how difficult it is to arrange child care on a moment's notice, and we'll always try to attempt to make these weather-related changes as early as possible. However, we are required by the state to make up these days that are missed, and adding days to the schedule that were previous student holidays also disrupts family schedules. So, you know, from my standpoint, it's almost a no-win situation, but my decision, first and foremost, will always center around the safety of my students and also my employees. We will ensure that students do not miss critical instruction days. So our bad weather makeup days previously were scheduled for staff development days. So we have changed those to students will come to school on Monday, February the 17th and Monday, April the 7th. So make sure you mark your calendars down for that. We just feel like it's an excellent time and to make up for those 2 instruction days as we get our kids geared up for STAR assessments and give them the best possible advantage to be successful. Now, as far as our athletics, we've got tons of things going on. We got boys basketball still going on, and our girls are wrapping up. Our girls have made the playoffs, had an outstanding year. They've won 15 games so far, and we have a playoff game set for Monday, February the 10th at 6:30 in Hearn versus Georgetown. So we're extremely pleased with Coach King and her girls. Had an outstanding season from the freshman, JV, and the varsity teams. So outstanding job by them throughout the year and have a very bright future coming for our girls. Guys are still working away, plugging away, and having a tough time. We had lost some guys to grades, have a young team, but we're doing and building the program the right way. And I think over the course of the next few years, you're going to see a very well-disciplined and well-coached boys basketball program. As far as other spring sports kicking off, we've got tennis kicking off. We've got boys and girls soccer are in full swing, and then baseball and softball are getting going. So obviously the cool weather we've had here lately, not real conducive to outside sports, so we're trying to get in practices and rearrange game schedules as needed be, but kids are working hard and excited. And then we have a wrestling program. Coach Brian Wyman took over our wrestling program last year. He's doubled the amount of participants and does an outstanding job. And we've got our first female wrestler to ever make the state tournament, and Miss Sam Madden. We are extremely excited about Sam. She went 3-0 at the regional tournament and won the regional title in the 102-pound division. And she does an outstanding job. We're excited about her next weekend, February, I believe, the 14th and 15th, heading down to Austin to represent Willis High School at the state tournament. We had some other wrestlers who competed at regionals also. Alexis Cedars was a freshman, Carson Dyer, sophomore, and then Shalace Bishop is a junior. All 3 of those ladies missed the state meet just by 1 match. So an outstanding year and a job on their part, and looking forward to the future of our wrestling program. Then we also had big news. We have the 2014-2016 UIL realignment was announced on Monday, February 3rd, and there's been a little shake-up in our district, starting with the standpoint of the state of Texas, for the first time in their history, added a Class 6A. And so basically what that means is each classification, depending on numbers, usually you would bump up 1 class. So we've been a 4A school district in Willis for quite some time, and now we are considered a 5A district. And most 5A level districts are now 6A. So it's a little confusing. Nothing really changes outside of the numbers for us. We will be, for 2014-2016, in District 18 5A, along with Bryan Rudder, College Station, A&M Consolidated, Conroe Caney Creek, Huntsville, and Livingston. So we're excited about having some new competition and being in a different district. There will be a little bit more travel involved with this school district than in the past, but it's a new challenge for us, and looking forward to having our district meeting here in a couple weeks. Coach Eric Ezor will head that up, and our district schedules and stuff will start being announced, and get our football schedule set, and start posting schedules for the 2014-15 school year. So we appreciate you joining us this afternoon, and our second segment will be back in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Bonita DeRosa, Animal Control Officer for the City of Willis. We invite you to tune in to Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for the Willis Hour. On the first Thursday of the month, the Willis Hour will be covering upcoming events and news about the city. Join in the conversation with your city officials and other leaders in the community. On the third, we will be doing a recap of the last City Council meeting. The mission of the City of Willis is to provide high-quality services, accountability, and professional commitment to our citizens. We pledge to provide those who live, work, and visit our city an effective government that is open and responsive to the needs and values of the community. Again, we invite you to tune in on Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 for the Willis Hour.
Hello, Montgomery County. I'm Rachel Baldwin with Special Olympics Texas, Area 6. Are you a fan of courage? Are you a fan of determination? Are you a fan of acceptance, grace, and skill? Then you're already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, and/or compete and be a fan of dignity and acceptance. The dedication of our Special Olympics Texas volunteers provides mainstreaming experiences for athletes with intellectual disabilities. You will touch the heart of another person, and it will move you in a meaningful way that lifts the spirit. Please visit the Heart of East Texas Area 6 webpage at www.sltx.org. Also, like us on Facebook to be a fan and be part of Special Olympics Texas.
Welcome to our second segment of Willis ISD's District Dynamics for February 3rd, 2014. Our first guest this afternoon is Turner Elementary School Principal Trish Musick. Trish, glad you could join us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, let's start off a little bit. If you give our audience a little background information about yourself since you are new to the district.
I am. I graduated from Stephen F. Austin State University, Mighty Lumberjacks, with my bachelor's, and then decided I would share the wealth a little bit and head to Sam Houston State University for my master's. So I represent Sam Houston and Stephen F. Austin as well. This is my 23rd year in education and my 12th year as an administrator, and very excited to be back in Willis serving the Wildcats.
Well, we're glad to have you here. When Trish went through the interview process, anytime you can bring in a veteran administrator, it's always a plus, especially when you feel like the future and what you buy into as an educator is there and same beliefs. So it's excited to have you here. Let's talk a little bit about your superheroes theme. I love the idea at the beginning of the year.
Right. This year we decided that we really wanted to focus on our teamwork and everything that we could do together as teachers and parents and the community as well as our students. So our theme is superheroes, marvel at what we can do together. We brought in the Avengers with Iron Man and the Hulk. Wrap the kids around that. Our kids are now superheroes in training. They are learning what their strengths are, how to overcome some of those weaknesses, work together, and our teachers are learning that as well. They are superheroes. All teachers are superheroes for what they endure every day. They choose to come in and work with kids and help them be successful. And we all have different strengths to offer. And so we try to find those strengths, how we best build each other up, and then how we work together to strengthen our students and help them be successful in the future. So we are all superheroes.
Awesome. Well, it's been a big boost to the culture there this year. It's exciting to go by and see the teachers with their shirts on and the kids, and I think it's been bought into very well.
Right. Every Wednesday we have a superhero day, and our students are wearing their superhero shirts. We talk about what their superhero power is, and our teachers have been sporting those superheroes as well, and we've identified who our favorite superhero is. Of course, Iron Man seems to take the cake every week.
Right. That's awesome. And for listeners, we also do a College Awareness Monday when teachers and we encourage our kids to wear a college shirt of a place that they support or just like, and jeans, and Trish and her group does the Superheroes Day. You know, anytime we can get kids excited about coming to school or our teachers excited and comfortable to come to school, it definitely makes a positive impact. A couple weeks ago, you had a group called the Morris Brothers that were in town that had the kids wired and excited and a great message. College. Could you give us some information about their performance?
Absolutely. It was a wonderful opportunity. The Morris Brothers also have a social superheroes theme going this year, and they came in, had a very fun interactive show talking about having confidence in yourself, how to make friends, how to treat each other with respect, and an overall theme of how to stop bullying in school. Our kids are faced with so much, and it gave them some strategies if they were feeling bullied or if they were seeing bullying, how they report that to an adult and help their friends stop that. So it was a fun opportunity for the kids, but I think they walked away with being able to really tie it into how to be a superhero and helping each other while still being friends to all students.
No, I think you're exactly right. I think the message was there, but the guys put it out there. It's funny. It's interactive. They got to participate, but in the end, the most important thing is that they learned some tips, some solutions, how to diffuse some situations, and overall, I think it was a very positive impact, no doubt. Let's shift a little bit. We mentioned earlier in the first segment about our Cat Tech 2014 program, and let us know, as we've got some devices coming to your campus, what exactly you're doing there technology-wise in the classrooms.
We are very excited with the Cat Tech process. We are looking forward to even implementing more. Right now, our upper grades are really doing an amazing job with the tablets. Our students are on them daily. They are doing research. They are communicating with their projects with their teachers. They're able to do this from home as well as in the classroom. We even have our pre-K students working with the iPads, learning their reading, the letters, and they are interactive each day as well. So we are working from the ground up, starting with our very youngest Wildcats with technology.
That's all. I remember the first week of school, I had walked through pre-K classroom with Trish, and there was a group in there with the iPads, and it was just amazing. There was not one word being said in the class. There were 3 kids per iPad, and they were locked in and really enjoying themselves. And just to see kids with that opportunity, and what we're trying to do is, we have our students, we have a array of students, some that have technology opportunities at home, some that do not. So we're trying to make sure that field is balanced and bring everything that we can to the table to make sure that our kids are successful. Also, now you've got a 5th grade newspaper staff that is very neat, a big project called the Turner News Flash.
Yes, we're so excited. We just recently published our 2nd edition. They have to turn in a resume as to why they want to be part of the News Flash. We have 2 teachers that sponsor it and go through the whole process with what the articles would be, who's going to do what. So each student has an assignment that is on the News Flash, from a social network, a who's who, learning about the different teachers on staff, as well as who's who in the 5th grade, telling a little bit about themselves as they publish that. This article actually featured our PE coach and what's happening in PE. So it just gives a little update, maybe a movie review. So our students are really learning the process of creating a newspaper.
That's outstanding. Obviously, we have one at Willis High School, as well as a yearbook classes at our middle schools and the high schools. So it's kind of transitioned to the other opportunities that are available as they get a little bit older. So that's a neat little process. Now, we also got board approval not too long ago for an exciting opportunity. Tell us about it.
Oh, we are looking forward to this. We are taking our 5th graders to Washington, D.C. Any 5th grader that is interested and sign up, we're going to have fundraiser for them as well. But it's an opportunity for them to travel for 4 days to Washington, D.C., learn about our federal government, some of the landmarks, the history behind that, and have an amazing learning opportunity right there in our nation's capital.
That's awesome. That will be a trip to remember. I went to Washington, D.C. several years ago, more on a business trip, and didn't get to do the sightseeing. And my wife is afraid to fly, so I'm not sure if I'm going to drive up there or have to sneak her on a plane at some point in time. But just when you see the pictures, I was a history teacher, a big history person, and just the perspective, the history is just pretty outstanding when you look back and you see what all this there. Next, we've talked a little bit about the Morris Brothers, and you also have a Ronald McDonald coming soon.
We do. Our Morris Brothers were really geared to 2nd through 5th grade, in the regards to bullying and what that looks like in the older grades. But Ronald McDonald will be coming at the end of this month, and he's geared towards our K through second graders as well, in helping them deal with what they're up against in the classroom and giving them some strategies at their age level. So we are looking forward to having Ronald McDonald in the house February 28th.
Well, I will have to swing back by. It's always, I had a veteran superintendent tell me one time, once you get in this position, you know, you're going to have people pulling you all different ways, and there'll be good days and bad days. Anytime he was in a poor mood or not in a great frame of mind, he would always go visit in his elementary campus to see the smiling faces. And I remember that as an elementary principal, you could never leave there in a bad mood. It was just, you know, the energy that's there amongst the kids, and to me, that's just a field day for us as educators. You get kids hungry to learn, hungry, excited about being in school. The challenge is, as they get older, keeping them excited, because then I'm struggling that right now with my sixth grader. He is not a big fan of getting up, starting school at 7:05 in the morning. But, you know, when their eyes light up, and, you know, that's our job is to come up different ways to continue to engage them and challenge them. So, well, Trish, we appreciate you coming. We're thrilled to have you be a part of Willis ISD, and you're doing great things at Turner.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. We will be back in just a few moments.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the weekly business hour show each Monday morning at 11 a.m. My name is Rick Schisler, and I will be your host. Each week we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their own experiences, successes, and failures in operating their businesses. Our show is for anyone who already owns a business, whether they work solo or have employees, and for those who are thinking about starting their own businesses. A bit of information about myself. Again, my name is Rick Schisler, and I am a Silver Fox advisor who has over 40 years experience as a serial entrepreneur. As a part of our show, I will offer some advice and encouragement on our monthly topic, and I will take your questions by email at rschisler@silverfox.org or call into the station at 936-647-3776. See you on the radio Monday at 11 a.m. for the weekly business hour.
Hi, I'm Margie Taylor with Montgomery County Emergency Assistance, urging you to get involved with what's going on in your community. Homelessness, poverty, and hunger are on the rise in Montgomery County. At Montgomery County Emergency Assistance, we provide emergency help to families experiencing an unexpected crisis with rental utilities, food, and clothing. There are several ways to get involved. You can visit our website at mcea-tx.org to make a tax-deductible donation, volunteer at one of our events, advocate for the cause, or sign your company up to sponsor a family or an event. MCA's philosophy is it takes a village, and we welcome your support. Contact me, Margie Taylor, at 936-539-1096 and join our team today. Thank you.
Montgomery County Emergency Assistance, helping families to help themselves.
Welcome back to Willis ISD's District Dynamics, and my second guest this afternoon is C.C. Hardy's principal, Miss Adriana Velasco.
Well, good afternoon. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, thank you very much for coming. Adriana is new to the district, and we're excited about her being here. She's done an outstanding job so far at Hardy, and inheriting a staff and putting her bells and whistles in place. And it's a great feel, great culture over there. And she started from the top down. It's always tough coming into a new situation, especially in your first principal's job. And let's tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, it's been a very exciting year at C.C. Hardy so far. My background is I graduated from Sam Houston State University, both in my undergraduate and my master's. I've been in education for approximately 20 years. I started as a PEIMS clerk in Conroe ISD, then worked myself up to a bilingual teacher, Then after that, I became a instructional coach for Conroe ISD for the district as in the bilingual department. Then I continued on to assistant principal at Splendora ISD, and then finally made my way to Willis, where I'm super excited to be the principal at CC Hardy, and hope to be here many, many years.
Very good. Now you had, we're talking about, we like to bring exciting opportunities to our campuses for our kids, and you had a gentleman by the name of Dennis Lee who just recently performed at Hardy.
Yes, we had Mr. Dennis Lee join us, and we feel like not only do we have to reach our children academically, but we also need to meet them, socially. And he is a character builder. He does a lot of good character traits. And this year's program is called the Army of One. And it's basically about how to take responsibility for your own actions. His theme is one word, one thought, one action can make the difference in the world. And so that was something that we felt was important to bring to our students at CC Hardy. So we had a afternoon performance, and then we also had an evening performance for the students to come back with their families, and as a treat, they all had all-star catering banana pudding.
Awesome. Well, it was funny when Adriana had told me about Dennis Lee coming. The name rang a bell, and I couldn't remember where I knew about it till I saw the poster. And 4 years ago, Dennis Lee came to my elementary school up in the Metroplex. So it was kind of like, oh my Lord, I remember, because I was there. My wife came over and brought our son and our daughter, who was a baby at the time. So it brought back some good memories, and he does an excellent job. Now, you also had a awesome turnout the other night for your nachos and numbers.
We did. We had approximately about 545 people show up. That was a lot of nachos that were served. But we were very excited to have everyone participate, and the teachers, the staff, the students, everybody worked very hard to make sure that this evening was a success. And so it was nice at the end of the evening to know that all of the hard work had paid off, and that we had so much participation from the community, and actually, and that the weather participated and not iced out and over, and we were all able to make it there. So it was very exciting to have so much participation.
Well, all the cheese was cleaned up the next day when I came, so
Ooh,
the custodians and the staff did a good job. We're always looking for opportunities to get our parents and family members involved in the school setting. Sometimes those in the education building, we operate on the bell schedule. We operate every 6 weeks, 3 weeks. We get the calendar. Our parents who do not operate on that calendar, they don't function like we do. We're definitely a different breed. So anytime, from a parent's perspective, to be able to go in and see what their kids are doing, see the people, and get to know those that are actually educating their child, it allows us to have a stronger bond and make a bigger impact on our kids. So any sort of community involvement stuff, we're always looking for ways, and obviously having over 500 people show up for a campus is outstanding. Now also, early in the year, and I was making my rounds through campuses, and before you were actually hired, we had some science labs that were getting some work done. Then after you were hired, we played the waiting game on your furniture, and I remember when it came in. Tell us a little bit about your labs.
Well, yes, after having two empty rooms in our building, they're finally furnished with brand new tables and chairs and stools and moving tables that the teacher can use for experiments. They are absolutely beautiful, and I invite anyone to come by and look at them because the furniture is very nice and new. But it's very inviting to the students. They love going into to the labs and be able to work on their experiments. And we have two different labs, one that is used for K1 and 2, and then we have the other lab which is used for the older grades, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I had the opportunity to go and observe the 5th grade science teacher doing an experiment in there, and being the person that I am, I had to go in there and say, well, what if this happened? What would be the effect? They were talking about landforms, and so the kids were using a straw to blow on the sand. And I said, well, what were the directions again? And so she specified the directions, and she never said that we couldn't just shake the table and make the landform change. So I had to do that just so the kids could see that, there was other ways that we have to make sure what it is that we're trying to accomplish when we're reading a question, especially when it comes to the STAR test. So it is very exciting to have these new labs, and I do thank Mr. Harkrider for making sure that we all have the funds to get the furniture and the new supplies that have been purchased to be able to equip these labs. So thank you very much.
Well, it's fun to see kids' faces that have been in the building, and they come back the next year. There's something new and something different. Their eyes kind of light up. Wow, this is neat, and that's part of the school business. Our job is to spend money in areas that are going to impact our kids in a positive way, and we're really trying to work hard on our campuses, giving us those ideas. Everything, idea and initiative wise, doesn't have to be from central office. I think really our campus employees and leadership teams know their campuses better than we do. So there's ins and outs and little things that they can come up with that we always want to try to please and make it happen when we can. Now, at CC Hardy this year, I've been by several times for different initiatives gearing around health and fitness.
Yes, we do. We have several grants that we are excited to be part of this year. And so healthy eating and exercise has been a major focus on the campus. When we do have some of these ladies that come and assist with these grants, they also get to use our new science lab, so that's a nice way to utilize them as well. The kids get to make experiments, and they're growing their own food in the gardens, and so they have different recipes that they do on sometimes a weekly basis, sometimes a monthly basis. But it's exciting to see the new gardens outside and have the kids have planted their own food, and so that not only some of them were seeds, some of them have been plants that were already had roots on them, but they can see them grow, and they have their little nameplates on them, and they have beds. And with the freeze, it's been a little hard to keep them all alive, but that's part of life too. They've got to see that they've got to be able to cover them. If not, they can freeze, and we'll have to start all over. So it's been a really nice learning experience for our students.
Very good. I'm working right now. I'm about to start on an advisory board with Montgomery County United Way with a big push throughout Montgomery County on health and fitness, and they're incorporating some of the school districts and things that we're seeing, some ideas and initiatives to kind of help kick that off, and we're hoping to bring some new things to the Willis area and all of Montgomery County here in the coming months. You also have a garden that Home Depot had a little bit to do with.
We did. At the beginning of the year, we had a garden that had been started, kind of a safe place for students to be able to go and have some, I guess, downtime, but yet educational time. But it had never actually, I guess, blossomed into what it needed to be, and nor did we have the manpower to really make it happen. And one of our wonderful parents who works for Home Depot adopted the school and came in, and not only did they donate the proper soil and the proper plants, but they actually donated the manpower. And so they came in, and one afternoon they came in and took it all down and put it back up, and the next morning I got there and it was like Christmas. It was beautiful. It was just beautiful. I know I spoke to him here a couple of weeks ago, and for the spring they're actually going to bring plants with colors so they can go out there and actually have a class or downtime for our students to be able to just learn about the garden and be able to take care of it. So we're excited to have them we're excited for them that they have adopted us. So we're very privileged and blessed.
No, that's great. We love our community partnerships. They are very important to what we do throughout the district and also on the campus level as well. Well, Ms. Velasco, thank you very much for joining us. And
it's my pleasure.
We'll be back shortly.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today, so remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on League Line Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org, that's Junque, for more information and store hours.
Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas.
Tired of Waylon, Willie, and the boys? Join me, Gordon Lockhart, for Beethoven, Bach, and the Boys. Every Saturday from 8 to midnight on Lone Star Classical Music After Dark. Symphonies, concertos, and sonatas by composers such as Mozart, Tchaikovsky, and Bernstein. That's Lone Star Classical Music After Dark. Every Saturday from 8 to midnight on irlonestar.com.
Welcome back to our final segment. We're a lot of things going on. School business, that's one thing about it. When we're in session, there's something going on a weekly basis, so you're never short of entertainment. We'll start off on this Thursday, February 6th. We have our district hot shot competition, which is a basketball shooting competition at C.C. Hardy at 5:30. Come out and support our kids from all our different elementary campuses. It definitely will be a fun night. We had to reschedule that from a bad weather day a few weeks ago, so February 6th, which will be Thursday at C.C. Hardy at 5:30. We also have a very powerful program coming to Willis High School on February the 10th and the 11th. It's our Shattered Lives program. This is basically a simulated crash scene that is full-fledged with EMS, police, fire department, etc., that really takes in and showcases the dangers and catastrophe associated with drinking and driving. It's a very powerful message. I've been at some other school districts that put this program on, and it's really a life-changing opportunity for many of our kids. And that event will be February the 10th and the 11th, and think that it will be very excited about our students and staff members being able to experience this awesome program. February 12th will be our regularly scheduled Board of Trustees meeting from 6 o'clock at our Cargill Education Support Center. And we also have on February the 18th, which will be on a Saturday, our annual Cool Cats Chili Cook-Off and Silent Auction. That will be Saturday. That was the 18th annual Cool Cats Chili Cook-Off, Saturday, February the 15th at the American Legion at Willis from 9 to 2. Excited about that. It's a great time. A lot of smiling faces, good conversation, and great cause. And all proceeds will benefit the Willis Cool Cats Special Olympic Team. And then the second annual Cool Cat Relays, which will be Saturday, March the 1st at our Burton A. Yates Stadium in Willis from 9 until 1. Volunteers are needed and always welcome. And then the junior class will have a meeting on Monday, February the 24th from 6 to 7 o'clock at the Willis High School LGI. So as you could tell, lots of events going out. And then one of the most exciting things that come up from any high school across the entire country is National Signing Day. And I'm pleased to announce we have several student athletes who will be signing a letter of intent to play at the collegiate level, student athletes, and that's what we try to produce out and give kids the opportunities to go and to go to college or to be career ready. And we've got some outstanding folks who are blessed both athletically and academically, and we're looking forward to them representing Willis High School and getting on with the rest of their lives. And we're going to start with our football signees. We'll start off with our first one is Chris Platt. Will be signing with Baylor University. Cody Carpenter, Sul Ross University. Casey Kress, East Texas Baptist, Dayon Goodwin, Blinn Junior College, Dalton Jackson, Southwest Oklahoma State University, Maurice Johnson, El Paso, Texas Prep, Terrell Lewis, El Paso, Texas Prep, Rusty Luke, El Paso, Texas Prep, and Clee Tolliver, the Blinn Junior College. So we want to congratulate all of our football players and their signing, and look forward to showcasing that signing, which will be tomorrow morning, which would be February the 4th at February the 5th at 7 a.m. at Willis High School. Our cross-country team has one signee, Jessica Campbell, will be going to Sam Houston State University. Our softball program have two young ladies signing to go to East Texas Baptist University, Kayla Land and Erica Wood. In our tennis program, Yosua Malaki is going to Southwestern University in Georgetown. So we've got I think this just kind of showcases the overall educational environment and athletic experience our kids get. We obviously have a ton of other events, but, I was an professional athlete, collegiate athlete, athletics, really my time in the athletic programs, I think, shaped the person that I am today. We push very hard with our coaches to build character in our young men and women, to push them to the next level, both athletically and academically. And we're very excited about all these kids and looking forward to the bright futures that they have, and we'll welcome them back to Willis ISD at any point in time. We thank you for joining us. We have a blast doing this show every month and bringing you all the great things that are taking place in our district, and we look forward to seeing you again in March. Have a great day.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.